Coach, thank you. Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it officially a loss of scrimmage. Second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Check. Right. Off the bootleg. Rodgers. And he's going to go down again. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Get the ball. Jump out. Box it. Hey, Haywood. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Chandler Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw, Brissett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Brissett. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
No gain on the play there, second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Danielle Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
41's coming. 41's a mic. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check 41. Here we go.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
First down, Houston.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
On first down, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
First down, Brissett. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Benardrick McKinney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
30-yard line.
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Like 41. We've got tackles. 41.
Brissett eluding the pressure right. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Draw play. This is Hines. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. 49, check 49. Check 49.
They'll try to run with Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Christian McCaffrey, an 80-yard touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joe Schobert coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Throwing, Brissett. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Brandon Cooks. 82 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Hey, Echo.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
6 down. Check 6 down.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Check 31. Slam, slam, slam. Inside. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go.
McCaffrey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. This is McCaffrey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as score. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts ready to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. On third down, it's Hines. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Brissett on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing again, Brissett on second and 10. Flushed out right. Ebron with it over the middle.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try and throw back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there.
41's the mic. All day, dog.
Brissett from the gun on third. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Hines. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Joe Schobert down the tackle. A gain of 4.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Brissett now. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's letting this one go into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Brissett, and this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brissett, flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Brissett. Incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. But it'll be 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Bernardrick McKinney in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 3rd down, it's Hines, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chandler Jones racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
On play action, Rodgers. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's letting this one go for a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Texans get a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will get him one closer.
31, Texans 21. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Hines. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
This is Hines. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Mike 41, Mike 41. You don't want none of that. Get it. Pick up the ball. 41, go.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Trying to improvise. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, third down.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. No. What do you want?
From the gun, here's Brissett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be up. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here,
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Trevor Williams with a pick. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back. Obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines, 98 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this throw caught left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. After the sack on first down, Rodgers now a desperate. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter,